The speeding buses are a big problem on Wilshire, and they include the Chestnut Ridge bus. I understand that Mr. Valentine says they have governors on the buses, but apparently not the ones that go zipping up Wilshire. And there are also a lot of buses from what appear to be private schools. And not only are the private school buses speeding, I have another neighbor from Wilshire who may or may not speak about that, but who would confirm. Not only are they speeding, they appear to be very poorly maintained because they spew lots of black smoke, and they sound like they're going to fall apart. And I'm just concerned about the speeding. I'm concerned about the pollution that these buses are spewing out into the air. And this gets me back to my earlier comment when I asked about the efficiency. I mean, we're paying a lot of money for the police. And I'm just a citizen. I can go to a Ramapo meeting, they're not going to listen to me. You guys represent us, and they're going to listen to you. Okay? And they're going to hear you a lot more than they'll hear me. And I have to very much disagree with Paul Van Alsten, because that's really why you're elected. I mean, you're supposed to represent us. We're paying a lot of money for the police, and I'd like you to get the value of what we are paying for, which is police enforcement in Chestnut Ridge.
Mrs. Van Alstyne, would you like to respond?
Hey, let's go to the meeting together, brother. I'm glad to go with you. Because I tell you, you know,
All right,
they
that's fine.
listen to me. Listen, let me talk. In other words, they're going to react to it, I guarantee you,
Of course.
to people like you, citizens who vote. That's who they're going to react to. If people here would use the same strength that you use here against the town of Ramapo board, you will see a definite change. Because if you've ever been to those meetings, nobody's there, one or two people, they're never challenged.
When's the next
And-
meeting?
You have to go, I don't know what it is exactly, you have to go on the website and figure it out. But
Well, I'd
what
like
I'm
to
saying-
go with you. I'll even
Right,
drive you
fine,
to the
so
meeting.
after the meeting, let's make a time, and I'll drive you in my low emission vehicle.
Anyone else wish to
No,
speak?
what I'm saying.
Sure.
I'm saying that's where it needs to be done a lot of times in the town of Ramapo.
I'll go. If you guys go, I'll go with you guys.
Okay.
Barriers are the only answer, and until you can do it.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to speak? At this juncture, I'll entertain a motion to close the meeting.
I move to close. Hold on.
Yes, Mr. Schott, one more time.
No, there we go.
Not on speeding buses, please.
Nothing about buses. Anthony Shaw, 23 Milwaukee Drive. Other than Mr. Rubin, were any of the ZBA or ARB members affected by your personnel decisions notified ahead of the agenda coming out?
Excuse me?
Other than Mr. Rubin, were any of the other ZBA or ARB members affected by your personnel decisions notified?
I sent yes, not to, first of all, I held over the ZBA folks, so there was no notice to have to give to them, number one, and it's a
Until you
courtesy.
find a reappointment, someone to
Excuse
appoint
me?
in their position.
Excuse me?
Until, based upon the agenda, you find someone to appoint in their position. So you are replacing them. Have you notified them?
We haven't decided what we're doing. Mr. Shutt, the resolution speaks for itself. We're holding them over.
Until you have someone to appoint in their place is exactly what the agenda
Possibly,
says.
yes.
Okay, and you did not notify them ahead of time? They had to read the agenda to find out about it?
I did not have to notify them, just as they could have asked me.
Well, I'm not sure they had any reason to believe that they weren't going to be
Mr.
reappointed.
Shutt, we went through this already, you and I. It's a prerogative as the mayor to do the appointments, okay?
And it's a courtesy to your board members to
Mr.
give
Shutt,
them a heads
please,
up.
it's my, excuse me, I am speaking now. Okay, now, the board members are aware of the procedures. If the board members have any question with regard to their appointments or non-appointments, just as much as the village communicates with them, they communicate with the village. Mr. Shutt, the people that are currently up for reappointment I'm the one that put them there probably originally, okay? I'm the one that would contact them on a regular basis to say, you're gonna be up for appointment, or whatever the case may be. All right, so please, don't tell me how I should be handling my appointments, okay? Courtesy or no courtesy, I give my board members the courtesy that they deserve and that they are entitled to. But please don't tell me how to make my appointments. Next question, please.
Sure. A couple people had concerns about our budget tonight, and I'll agree, we're running on a tight budget. We're limited in how to cut costs. You previously mentioned at the last meeting that litigation related to the Article 78 is not covered by insurance. So one way to help with our future costs is not to actually fight that litigation and do the environmental study the right way. And that would, I believe, help our budget and not have us deal with litigation costs.
That's a very interesting comment, Mr. Schott. Do you know how much it would cost in the unlikely event that the village were to lose that Article 78? You know how much it would cost? Have you done any research with regard to the cost?
No, I have not.
Okay. I'm going to tell you it's going to cost in the neighborhood of between $30,000 and $40,000 if the village were to, in the unlikely event, lose that Article 78 by nullifying the House of Worship law, having to do environmental studies, and have to start from square one.
Or they could have been done correctly the right way, and then we wouldn't be in
Excuse
this
me, Mr.
position.
Schott, you asked me about saving money, so now I'm telling you what it would cost.
And I'm telling you how it could have been saved
Thank
by
you.
doing it the right way the first time around.
Next question, please.
That's it. I just wanted everyone to know how we can save costs and keep our taxes down.
Thank you, Mr. Schott.
We're not granting, we're simply making opinions here.
Thank you. Anyone
People
else?
have a right to speak.
Excuse me,
Yes, sir.
one
They
at
do
a
have the right
time.
to
If you'd
speak.
like to speak, ma'am, you can come to the microphone, but from the chair, it's not a place to speak.
Okay. Magali Dupuy, 49 Spring Hill Terrace. One thing I'm noticing with this board is that you are not allowing people to have their opinion. You are always saying something that is very negative. So please, allow people their constitutional right to speak without having to label them or to be negative with them. Okay? You are elected officials, and we are the residents. So please listen and stop being so negative and raising your voice and carrying on like this. It is improper. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to speak?
I move to close the public hearing.
Thank you. Anyone? Ray, a second. Thank you, Trustee Miller, for the motion to close the public meeting. Thank you, Deputy Mayor Valentine, for the second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed, there being none. Thank you very much. Just housekeeping, I neglected to ask for a resolution approving the February 21st, 2019 meeting minutes. Thank you, Trustee Deputy Mayor Valentine. Do I hear a second? Second on these minutes. Thank you, Trustee Valentine, for the second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed, there being none. Thank you very much. On the March 28th minutes,
I have a number of grammatical and clarifying changes to it. Nothing that changes anything other than to make a couple clarifying points and to put in some grammar.
if it's grammar and spelling, that's something that we could just,
Call me, I'll fix it right on
if
the
it's just
computer.
minimus, that's not an issue at all.
And these are de minimis. So
No problem. Should make that motion with those corrections?
I make a motion with the corrections that are adopted.
Thank you, Trustee Miller.
Subject to the
Do I hear a second?
corrections.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Valentine. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? There being none, thank you very much. Okay, at this juncture, I would ask for a motion to go to executive session to talk about personnel and litigation, and particularly the OJC, Article 78, and some appointments. Thank you, Trustee Van Alstyne. Do I hear a second? Thank you, Deputy Mayor Valentine. For the second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? There being none, thank you very much. A happy holiday to all, and I'll see you next month. Thank you much.